Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Rana Ravi from Committee on MSME and Startup, ICI. I would like to welcome our speaker, C.S. Swati Panchal, ma'am, and our coordinator, C.S. Sweta Panelia, ma'am, for today's Pathshala series. Ma'am, over to you.
Good afternoon, everyone. A very warm welcome to each one of you for this enlightening session under MSME Pathshala initiative, focusing today on the Gujarat state MSME policies. This session is being held under the esteemed guidance of Committee of MSME and Startup of ICI. Before we dive into the session, I would like to take this opportunity to invite all of you for two landmark events. First, the ICAI MSME and Startup Conclave 2025 held on June 26 and 27 at Hotel Sahara Star, Mumbai. This is not just a conclave, it's a revolutionary that brings together visionaries, policy architects, and industry leaders to drive transformation in finance, accounting, technology, HR, operation, and marketing for MSMEs and startup. I encourage all of you, whether you are a CA, entrepreneur, mentor, or policymaker, to be part of this incredible moment. Second, ICI MSME Mahotsav, celebrated on June 27 across all ICI branches. Uh, with the theme एक दिन MSME के नाम चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट MSME की सेवा में this nationwide initiative will offer walk-in help desk, technical session, and MSME exhibitions, empowering local entrepreneurs and connecting them with the support they truly need. Now, let's move into today's topic, an extremely relevant one, the Gujarat MSME policy, and explore how we can leverage the sustainable business growth. For that, today we have today I want to welcome our speaker, C.S. Swati Panchal. It is my absolute pleasure and honor to welcome today's distinguished speaker, C.S. Swati Panchal, to the MSME Pathshala session. Swati ma'am is a TEDx speaker and a multiple award winner, including Times Leadership of Tomorrow Award, Times 40 Under 40 recognition. As a startup mentor, she brings years of experience in working closely with entrepreneurs and MSMEs guidance and guiding them on business strategy, compliance, and sustainable growth. Over to Swati ma'am.
Thank you so much, Swetaji, for the kind and brief introductions of mine. Thank you once again, and thank you, Committee of MSME and Startup, for this invite and for these discussions. So I think I can start with the Gujarat MSME policies, and I'm just sharing the presentations. Is it visible?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am, it's visible now. You can make it in full screen.
Done. Is it now in full screen?
No, not yet, ma'am.
Now? Is it visible, right? And is it on full screen, right? Okay, thank you. So presently today we are going to discuss on the Gujarat MSME policy. So let me just have quick introductions about the MSME definitions that has been it has been changed in this budget. So if we discuss on the MSME, now the turnover criteria has been increased. So overall, earlier it was very less entities were coming into the MSME definitions, and so now the turnover criteria has also been increased. So if we check the investment and turnover criteria for the micro, small and medium enterprise, so it's a 2.5 CR investment limit for the micro entities, and the turnover is the 10 CR. For the small size entity, 25 CR and 100 CR. And for the medium entity, 125 and 500 CR. So this is the definitions presently for the micro, small and medium enterprise. Now, why this is the requirement? What is the importance of MSMEs in Gujarat? So if we consider the MSME is playing the pivotal role into the Gujarat. So if we consider the 2/3 of the job opportunity has been created by the MSME. MSME present earlier it was like consider only the manufacturing units and after that the service. But now again the trading entities are also covered into the MSMEs. So if we talk on the scale and output part on the MSMEs, then more than 33 lakhs registered MSME that are contributing to more than 45% industrial output. And also, if we talk on the India GDP aspects, then MSME is playing bigger and very much pivotal role into that. So to consider, mentor that MSME, to nurture them, to get them all the required services, maybe the funding aspect, assistance, mentorship, the industry guidance. So the Gujarat is again playing very good role into the MSME and ease of doing businesses. So considering that the Gujarat MSME, the division, they are constantly doing various changes and everything into the MSME. So if we talk on the importance aspect on the MSMEs and economic impact. So MSME presently are employing more than majority of the employees of the Gujarat. So we can talk on the economic aspect of the MSME. And what are the key sectors that Gujarat is having? So if we talk on the Gujarat aspect, then the textiles, engineering, chemicals. Again, if we consider the South Gujarat part, then the textile is uh, very nicely. It has been handled by all the Gujarati entrepreneurs. So being Gujarati, all are entrepreneurs, and considering the MSMEs, so Gujarat again ranks the second in the ease of doing business. If we consider on the MSME part, then what are the current challenges that has been faced by the MSME? So if you are the first time young entrepreneurs and generations, if you are starting, then the cost and finance is very much, because may all are facing the liquidity crunch, and might be they are not occupied with the enough fund. So the cost and finance. So in the industrial policy MSME, the finance aspect has also been considered into the like CGTMSE schemes and various other schemes. So the higher logistic cost, there is also delay in working capital. So many of times we see the businesses. So the most of the times their fund has been blocked into the working capital cycle only. They are not able to grow because the receivables are not paying on the time. Even though there are various criterias now, MSME needs to be paid within 45 days or 15 days criterias, and the trades are there, RXL receivable exchange platforms are there. So many platforms are working for the MSME and the working capital cycle, because nowadays if we see, there are lots and lots of the supply chain finance fintechs are coming into the market. So what they do, it's again kind of the trade receivables discounting. Just you have to upload the invoices and they just review it, and after cutting 2 3 4% respective the processing fees, they make the payment. So आपने जो भी invoice दिया है, so you will get the payment maybe in the next 2 to 3 days or within the same days. Again, that everyone is using that concept. But again, there are the challenges into the cost and finance aspects. Manpower and land, again, there is a problem, because being into the Gujarat, the skilled manpower, again, it's the scarcity, because the semi-urban clusters, tough land acquisitions. So if we again check the Gujarat geography, it's not like all the districts are developed. So again, we need to check that aspects, and again, underdeveloped states are there. So that's why into the industrial policy as well, the bifurcation has been made into the taluka wise. जो काफी इंटीरियर वाले तालुकाज है उनको थोड़ा ज्यादा बेनिफिट दिया गया है. So the manpower and land again is the problem. The exports and technology, the low exports readiness due to the compliance gaps, digital adoptions, and that is only leading to very small aspects. So these are the key challenges each and every MSMEs are right now the facing. So if we talk on the MSME, the key aspects and various the policies, then the capital subsidy, the interest subvention part is there, the marketing support, again the support for the ZED and everything. But I have covered the in detail for each benefits under the MSME the policy. So if we cover the geography aspects of the Gujarat, then the cities of Gujarat may be the Ahmedabad, Vadodara, Gujarat, Rajkot, the Vapi, Dholera. So some of the cities are developed into the industrials and industrial aspects. So into the if we check on the Morbi, then ceramics and sanitary hub, Morbi has been called. So the Rajkot, again the engineering and machinery tools. Again the Rajkot is famous for the machineries, the tools, patola and everything. For the Surat, if we check, then again the diamond market is the booming. Again the textile and embroidery. The Surat is the hub for this. Again Ahmedabad. So the Gujarat, India is the hub for the pharma, and again into the pharma sector, the Ahmedabad is the hub. So the pharma and food processing industries are key into the Ahmedabad. If we talk on the Vapi and the head, so if we go the southern aspects, southern part of the Gujarat, then the chemicals industries is there, plastics, automobiles industries again there into the southern part, the Sanand and Dholera, again the emerging EV components are coming because nowadays the concept of the sustainable, eco-friendly and go green, the concepts are there. So the more focused is also again on the EV. So if we geographically consider the Gujarat, then Gujarat is famous again the district wise for various industries allocations and industries clusters. So if we talk on the industrial policy of the Gujarat, then there are also various real case studies of the Gujarat. If we can talk on the Jyoti CNC exports machinery to more than 20 plus countries, or maybe the Astral pipes, the global building brands. Again, Sunanda Agro, the scaled exports from the PGMB, Atul Bakery or Lichat Papad. Might be, I think, Lichat Papad. Each and everyone has tasted of the papad of Lichat. So these are all the MSME and the Gru Udyog, and they have formalized and come into the corporate structure and now completely amazingly doing with the more than from 500 CR to 1000 CR turnover. Now, Sajanand Medical Tech, again, that has been boosted under the industrial MSME schemes policy. Now, what are the key objective of the MSME policy of the Gujarat and why this MSME policy has come out? So, if we check on the various elements and the objectives of the policies, then the first is the innovations and support. Now, if we are checking in the, Gujarat, again, the India is doing very good on the startup aspects, the constantly growing and the third largest ecosystem of the world and innovations and support. So now everyone is willing to become the entrepreneurs. And if you are into the entrepreneurship and if there is the innovations, because each and every startups are the MSME, but all the MSMEs are not the startups. This is the key and fundamental aspects. So the innovations and support. So the fosters innovation driven entrepreneurship and also the enable financial and infrastructure support. Whatever the MSME first time entrepreneurs are coming, not only to give the financial, but also the other aspects, let us say inclusive growth. They are also promoting more and more women entrepreneurship come. Uh, Also people from the background of the SC and ST and the youth entrepreneurs. Because again, if we see in India, more than 65% public are the youth. They are below the 35 years of age. So आपने youth को properly mentor नहीं किया, then it would be mislead and misguided. So by the MSME policy of the Gujarat, they have also the focused on the youth, women, and various other backward classes also. Also to create rural and urban employment. Because nowadays what's happening, many most of the publics are coming to the urban area because सबको city में रहना है, no one willing to be stay into the rural area. So it's a create the rural and urban development, again the key aspects and key objective of the government of Gujarat as well. So this is also one of the object. The more incentive and more the policies that were structured that underdeveloped all the district will also get the equal chances of the growth. So considering the inclusive growth, again the skill and competitiveness. Because if you have seen all the budget, union budget, then they have highly focused on the skill set, how you can increase the skill set of all the people. So you need to check that aspect as well. And considering that Gujarat MSME's policy, how to enhance and sharpen the skills. Again, that is focus has been taken that for. Again, the facilitate the skill development and the capacity buildings that has been entertained into the and the key objective of the Gujarat MSME policies. Then what are the recent government support scheme, the digital MSME initiative that has been because nowadays the government is also thinking that very less organizations are following the ERP adoptions and technology. So they've also focused that more and more organizations have the ARP technology, and they also they have given incentives for that ERP adoptions and technology. MSME Sampark and Samadhans. So earlier was the problem, we are delivering the product, we are providing the services, but the counterparty is completely failing and they are not giving the payment. So they have come out with the MSME Samadhan. So this is wonderful program under the MSME Samadhan. We can raise our grievances. Again, for the startups, if we talk, then the SSIP under various universities, the Srujan fund has been given, SSIP fund has been given. So under the Srujan and SSIP, at the idea level, also the funding has been given to the 2.5 lakhs till the various amounts. So the SSIP, the funding is there. For the MSME trades, that is the trade receivable discounting system. So this is also the wonderful platform that we can do the bill discounting online and we can avail this under the MSME. Now, what are the technology upgradations and digitizations and what the government is also thinking on it? So nowadays, if we talk, everyone is thinking of, if everyone is talking about the AI, that is the artificial intelligence, the Internet of Things, deep tech, fintech. So this is the concept, and again, the government is also not want to go behind on it. So comparing the state, putting the state at a higher level, also making the ease of doing business easy into the Gujarat, and making the Gujarat footprint to the go to the global market, the industry adoptions. So they have also incentivized the technology, where the robotics technology, the digital clinics has come out, and also the 3D printing into the Rajkot that we can see. So these are all the technology regarding initiatives that the government is considering. Now, if I said earlier, the government is also focusing on the youth because it's a huge populations into the Yuva work is very much. Also the women. So if we consider the key lead MSMEs aspects, that are the key statistics of the MSMEs lead, then 18% that is a year-to-year growth in the woman led MSMEs. Because nowadays, if we are seeing that more and more women are coming forward, they have their own the earning income and they are into the entrepreneurship. So the woman led MSMEs are year to year, the growth we can see and it's visible growth. Also the success story that just recently I narrated about the Lichat Papad, how the small Gru Udyog has developed over the period of time. Also the various government incentives that has been for the women-led startups, women-led MSMEs. Likewise, also again the micro NBFCs and microfinance institutions are also promoting for the women self-help group SHG. So they are also supporting such women self-help groups, and they are also giving and funding and loan from the 50,000 to 1 lakhs or that amount. Again, the industrial lead clusters has been emerging into the Banaskantha and Dahod area. The skills, again, there is a key area where the union government is also the working in the budget. We have seen that the financial literacy programs and so many other programs have been articulated for the skill development. Also, the digital literacy programs under the rural women entrepreneurs to enhance their skills. So again, if we check about the MSME industries into the Gujarat, that I have just brief that how various district has been leading into the various segment and sectors. They are not leading into only into the India, but they are leading into the world level. We can see. Now, if we see the real example of the case studies, how Jyoti CNC of the Rajkot has also evolved over the period of time. Also, the Sarjanand Medical Support, the Surat, how they have also taken various benefits and expanded their growth to the various markets, Europe, US, and the build the success stories. Also, the roadmap, if we see, then the innovations and employment that the government is focusing. Also, the incentives, the infrastructure, because if we see into the Gujarat, then GIDC is the industrial phase where there are lots of benefit has been given into the GIDC. Again, for the startup aspect, the iHub and various other organization is doing the fantastic work, and they are promoting the startups. They are also giving funding to the various startups. The sustainability again is we have also promised at the national level that we will also help you out into the carbon reductions and reductions. So again, the ESG aspect, if we check on the sustainable things, then the sustainability and everything, and also the focusing on that aspect to reduce the carbon footprint, ESG, economic, the sustainable. So nowadays, also the startups are coming, the organizations are coming, where everything is going on the sustainables, and they are making the buzz nowadays. Also, the integrations of the global MSMEs into the global value chains. Now, if we talk on the Gujarat and the key highlights of the Gujarat, so G20 meetings are happening, also attracting the global MSME interest across the worldwide, because Gujarat is connected by air, by road, by rail. So the Gujarat is the perfect spot for the industries, because many of all the corporate are also booming. Again, the gift city is there. So it's very easy movements into the gift city. So considering the sustainable focus, also the manufacturing goals, because nowadays the manufacturing of unit is there. So various other benefits has been laid down for the manufacturing unit. Also the strategic partnership with the FDI partners and tech providers. So this is all highlight about the G20 and Vibrant Gujarat. Again, Dholera is coming, Gift City, the Beshraji. So many other key aspects that is leading and completely putting the Gujarat into the different world map as well, and other state as well. The Gujarat is completely different. If we talk on the Gift City, so the India's only IFSC located in the Gandhinagar. So how the Gift City, the MSME participation in Gujarat is completely different considering the other state. So also the opportunities in the fintech, fund management, and BPOs. The Gujarat MSMEs in the service onboard the gift ecosystems. So if we also talk on the Gujarat aspect, then there is a woman-led MSME supported by the digital payments. Again, the politically also the Gujarat is stable, so there is also the favorable. Again, there is a liquor prohibited, so that's why also the Gujarat is the favorable for many industries, and also the cosmopolitan culture is there into the Gujarat. So these all are the aspects where the Gujarat is the favorable city for the corporate office and many more. So also the export lead MSME, again the forex services through Gift City. So again, if you are into the gold and doing the export, then through Gift City also, that is the feasible things that you can do. Again, for example, if you want to do the transactions and want to set up the subsidiary into the local market, so rather than maybe the going into the Dubai, Ibiza, and mainland, you can start your company into the Gift City. So that way also your MSME can also lead into the foreign market, and your footprint can be into the across the region, across the globe. Also the special zone for the startups and IT enabled things. So if we talk on the MSMEs and employment generations, so why this is the importance of the MSME? Because MSME, as I said, create the two-third of the opportunity, plays pivotal role into the Indian economy, Indian GDP. More than 70 lakh plus jobs are into the Gujarat supported by these MSME. Again, the skill gap training has been provided by various government and ITI. That is also help the MSME to uplift and upscale as well. Being the MSME, if the MSME has been taken care properly, that also opens the new job and new job opportunity will generate. So if we talk on the Gujarat leading industries, so ultimately if we think on the Gujarat, then definitely the jewelry, textile, the diamond, engineering, and ceramics, such type of sectors are there. So they are Gujarat is leading into these particularly sectors. So if we talk on the ceramics, then 90% of Indian styles do the exports. The textile again, 40% of Indians synthetic fabric are part of the into the Gujarat. And into the Surat, Gujarat, Surat cuts 90% of world's diamond. Also into the automobile sector, if we talk, emerging AV plays the pivotal role. Again, the agro food industry, if we talk on the Gujarat, then the peanut dairy and the spice exporters are there. Again, as Rajkot is also the hub for the engineering tools. So if we talk in the detail about various MSME policies into the Gujarat, so being into the MSME registrations, you have to simply do the registrations on the Udyam registrations, and it's completely no fees by government. So you can do and you can get the instant registration from the Udyam from these Udyam registrations website. So if we discuss in detail little bit about various schemes of 16 approx schemes are there into the Gujarat industrial schemes, MSME. So first is the capital subsidy for the micro units. So for all the micro and manufacturing units, this incentive has been given. Likewise for the category 1, 2 and municipal areas. The subsidy has been given into the form of 25% of term loan, max 35 lakhs. For the category 2, 20% of term loan, max 30 lakhs. And again, the municipal areas, 10% of term loan, max 10 lakhs. So again, these criteria of category 1, 2 and municipal areas on the basis of category 1, where it's very highly rural areas of Gujarat. So there is a more incentivize and more for to seek more growth into that area. The more benefit has been given. So it has been bifurcation has been made into the category 1, 2 and municipal areas. Also the interest subsidy, the schemes are there. So the manufacturing and specified service units with the term loans for the fixed assets. So now what is there? And into these interest subvention schemes, again the bifurcations has been made for the category 1, 2, 3, and the interest subsidy for the 7, 6 and 5% respective to the ceiling limit of 35, 30 and 25. And also the extra benefit has been given for the startups, women and Divyang persons and the person from the SC and ST schemes. So this interest subsidy schemes has been available for the manufacturing and specified the service units. Also, there is a benefit into the SGST reimbursement, because SGST is the state level, the GST that the government, Gujarat government will share their portion from central. So here is also the three level category 1, 2, 3 category has been defined, where the benefit of 100%, 90% and 80% of now 190 and 80% of what. So again, the ceiling limit has been fixed of your eligible fixed capital investments, whatever the fixed capital investment that you have made, to the extent of 77.5%, 6.5 and 5% of that amount, you can claim for the SGST reimbursement. And again, for the eligible units, if there are 3-4 units, 3-4 production units, then you have to do the separate registrations to avail this benefit. Again, if we are talking on the various support schemes that the MSMEs can avail. So the reimbursement of the employer's contribution to EPF up to 1,800 per employee per month. Because if there are employees beyond specified limit, then each organization need to do registrations into the PF. So again, if we are registering on the EPF, then also employer has to contribute. So out of that employer's contributions, reimbursement you can get from the MSME division. Again, for the quality assistance, uh, so for the enhancement of quality, the Quality Council of India is doing lots of work on to enhance, improvement the quality in respective all the sectors, maybe into the pharma or many other organizations. So also the 50% subsidy on certifications fees and testing equipment up to 10 lakh rupees. So this benefit also you can avail for the quality assistance from the MSME division. Again, ZED certifications are there. So the 50% subsidy on zero effect certifications cost. So again, till max. So here the ceiling has been given. So up to the 50,000 rupees, you can get the benefits of subsidy on zero effect certifications, whatever the cost that you are incurring. So if you have incurred the cost of 1 lakh, so till the 50% and max to max 50,000, you can get these benefits. If you also talk on the technology and patent support, because nowadays the government is also promoting the technology. Technology is the key aspects for any business. Maybe it's the manufacturing or trading or service sectors or anything. So if we talk on the ICT, the technology, information system technology, so 65% of subsidy and hardware networking and cloud computing cost. So these benefits can be availed. Again, for the technology acquisitions, 65% subsidy on technology purchase cost up to the 50 lakh rupees that you can again get. Also, like for the patent registration. So if you are going to register the patent, then also the 75% subsidy on the patent registration expense up to 25 lakh rupees. So up to 25 lakh rupees benefit that you can also get into the patent registrations. So nowadays we are also seeing that there are lots and lots of the startups that are coming into the market. And again, they are also registering for the patent. So these also benefits has been given into the MSME. And also into the startups, there are various other schemes. So you can get the advantage of the patent registration. So if you also talk on the energy conservations and the market development. So for the energy conservations and the market, let's say, for example, if you are getting done the whatever the audit fees that you need to pay. So you can also get the benefit of 75% subvention here. The 75% subsidy benefits you can get on the audit fees. And also the 25% on the equipment cost for the energy and water savings that you can get for the energy and water conservations. Also for the market development. For example, if you are willing to participate into the exhibitions and everything, then also that support has been also given into the MSME industrial this policy. So up to the 75% subsidy on the stall rent and the display materials. But again, if you're willing to take this benefit of the stalls and the 75% subsidy, then you have to make applications within 6 months of the exhibition date. So within 6 months of application date, you have to do applications. So we are also seeing the lots and lots of MSME IPOs are coming. So now everyone is building the businesses to go the beyond level. And after a certain stage, each and every entrepreneurs think that this is the day that I will go for the public issue, maybe the main board or SME IPO. So here also into the Gujarat MSME policy, you can get the benefit of the uh, uh, like assistance of the 25% of the expenses So what are the expenses that you are incurring for the public PSU on the MSME exchange? Then you can take the benefit of 25%. But this is also the ceiling limit of 5 lakhs. So again, to the extent of 5 lakh rupees, this is the higher side. You can get the benefits from the MSME exchange. Again, when within 1 year of the public issue, you need to submit these applications. So if it's beyond 1 year, then you cannot apply for this benefit. Also, applications after made 1 year, it's not eligible for these assistance. And here also again they have promoted GVFL, that is the Gujarat Venture Finance Limited. This is the government unit that do the investments into the startups and MSME. Then they've also highlighted that GVFL also can do, they may invest into the equity of registered MSMEs. So again, if we talk on the CGT-MSE schemes, so now the funding is there, but many of times we are not aware about these benefits. So the entrepreneurs can also avail the loan up to 2 CR without collateral. So without collateral, you can get the funding under the CGT-MSE schemes of the government. So in the recent budget also, the CGT-MSE schemes has been, the limit has been enhanced. So you can get the benefit, and also the guarantee fees that has been paid to the bank under the CGT-MSE is eligible for the reimbursement. So whatever the guarantee fees that you have paid under the CGT-MSE, that you can claim for the reimbursement. And this assistance is also available up to 5 years. Again, for example, if you are into the industries and setting up incurring the huge power cost. So into the Gujarat industrial MSME policies, Gujarat industrial policy, there is also the power connection charges assistance schemes is there. So the high and low, the terminal connections, 35% of the cost of the distribution line is eligible for the assistance, subject to the maximum of 5 lakh rupees. So you can get this benefit as well. 35% of the cost of the distribution lines is also eligible to get the power connections in, but subject to it's a maximum of the 5 lakhs only. But again, till what time you can apply for these applications? You can apply these applications within just 1 year. So after 1 year, you are not be eligible from, and this is also the date of payment. So for example, if you make the payment on 23rd May is on today. So 23rd May 2026 till date, then applications you can put up for this reimbursement. So after 1 year, if you are putting up the applications, then you are completely not eligible for this. Again, for all the MSME units, the government has also assisted into the rent, because if we see the rent is the major expenditures, and many of times the small, the micro units may not be able to afford the high rent. So here also the up to 1 lakh per year, the relaxations and benefit has been given. So the eligible here, all eligible manufacturing units can also get the rent assistance up to 65%. But again, here also the higher limit has been fixed up to the 1 lakh rupees per year. And this is also for the maximum tenure of the 5 year. So beyond 5 year, this is not available. So also if we talk on the manufacturing units, these are eligible, and also the service and trading units that are not covered. So only the manufacturing units only the covered into these rent assistance schemes. Also, it is not available after the 3 months from the date of commencement of productions. So if your production is about to start, then you can avail these benefits from the 3 months of this. Again, for example, if you put up applications with the funding with the banks, so you have to check what is the date of commencement of business. So again, the DCCO date you need to cross verify. Again, it would be the contradict. So nowadays we are also seeing that there are lots of the exhibitions are happening, maybe for the networking, just displaying the market, displaying their product, display what is the market, which market is booming, and what are the key the new things are happening into the market. So again, the state level also the various exhibitions are going on. National level also, the Startup India is also organizations. So international level also, uh, like various exhibitions are happening, and for that exhibitions, because maybe the mass publics are coming into these exhibitions, and to attract and to get the right kind of the customers for that, for our product, for all the MSME, and to support the MSMEs, then now government is also taken this step, where if the MSME unit is participating into the fair and exhibitions at the state or national or international, so it's not for the private, but at the state, national, or international level. If such exhibitions are going on, if MSME manufacturing unit is participating, then whatever the expenditures that they are incurring, so 75% and international level 60% of that expenditures, they can ask for the reimbursement. They can take the benefit of it. Again, here as well, the maximum ceiling limit has been fixed. Like for example, if the state level exhibitions, then 50,000. Again, for example, national level exhibitions are happening, then 1 lakh rupees. International level exhibitions to the limit of 2 lakh. Likewise, it's the 5 lakh. So if you are also into the manufacturing segments, participating into the various exhibitions, then you can take this benefit. And also the subpart has been given for the catalog and display cap. So again, in 50,000, 10,000 is been included. So this is not the extra. So also the catalog and display cap, you can ask for this. Also, if we check on the national level, there are lots of entities are working. So for the Startup India as well, the various benefits are there for the Startup India. As I said, about the SSAP grant is there, Srujan is there, Startup India schemes is there. So lots of grant and fundings are available for the Startup India. Atal Innovation Mission. So this is also the link how you can reach them out, or how you can apply for various grant and funding or subsidy. For the MSME as well, these are the key schemes by the Gujarat industrial policy that I have discussed over here. So it's more than 16, more than 16 schemes are there. Also the technology development board is there. So it's supporting completely the technology aspects, and how more and more technology the MSMEs come forward. And this is the key objective for them. Also, the Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana is there, the national initiative for the developing and harnessing innovations. Other than that, also the NABARD level, the NABARD is supporting. Also, the Exim Bank, for example, if MSME are doing the exports, then you also can get the benefit from the Exim Bank. Exim Bank is there, SIDB. So you can also reach out to the SIDB Exim Bank for the funding. So if we talk on the Gujarat specific aspects, then the Gujarat Innovation Society is there. The Startup Gujarat is there. Now Gujarat State Biotechnology Mission is there. About the GTU, there are lots of private universities, and they are also supporting the MSMEs and startups as well. So again, Gujarat State Innovations iHub is there. SSIP, you can also refer the SSIP who is eligible for this SSIP funding. Let us say, for example, if your registered office is into the Gujarat, or if not, any of one founder is into the having the KYC into the Gujarat. So these are the qualifications and the prerequisite for applying to the Gujarat SSIP, the grant. Again, if you are into the electronics and software industry associations, so the GACIA is there. So they also support into the industries aspects. This is also the various the government schemes that are benefiting into the startup ecosystem. So the MSME is like whole go round. And if we talk into the startup, then startup is the little bit crunch of it. So the MSME, all the benefits the startups can get. And if you are into the startups, then these are the benefits alone startup can get. Again, the startups, the key aspect is innovation should be there. There should be something different, innovative. You should have USP other than your competitors, and also it should be the scalable and the employable. So under the startups as well, there are lots of the schemes are there. Startup ecosystems, if we check, then Samriddhi scheme, Startup India Seed Fund is there. The Aspire Startup India initiatives, the Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana is there. Also the Atal Innovations Mission, EBs, DIFC about the dairy and agriculture market is also the booming. And there are lots of the into the agri-tech, fintech, or deep tech. So respective technology aspects is there to support for likewise support for international patent protections in economics and information technologies, the multiplier grant schemes. So for the startup as well, there are the lots of the schemes that has been highlighted by the government as well, just to promote the youth into the Indian startups. Also, there are various schemes into the startups, likewise the credit guarantee funds trust for the MSME, CGT-MSC that has been schemed. So if you have not availed any CGT-MSC, that you can get without collateral funding here into the CGT-MSC. Again, the software technology park, HTP, the venture capital assistance scheme is there. Again, for example, if you are into the industry and to get the benefit into the electricity, you can also set up the rooftop solar. And for that solar also there are various subsidy and interest subvention is there into the solar schemes. So you can also get the benefit into the your industry and your MSME. Also the single point registration scheme is there. The Startup India scheme is there where it's getting fund, giving the fund to the various startups. And if we talk on the other drone Shaktis, there zero defect, zero effect certification schemes. So again, we discussed for the ZAD as well, whatever the cost that you are incurring. So you can get benefit of the ZAD. Also the credit link capital subsidy for the technology upgradations. Also the design clinic scheme for the design expertise. So these are all the various schemes outlined by the government for the startups and also for the MSMEs. So I think this is brief details about whole startup and also the MSME Gujarat industrial policy. And there are leading 15 approx 16 approx schemes into the market. So for the further details, you can definitely reach me out. So my details are there. Swati Panchal, and you can refer these QR code for further details. So I think if any specific questions, we can entertain that questions.
Yes, ma'am, we have a few questions.
Ma'am, my one question is, uh, uh, you said there is a reimbursement of SGST for eligible unit. So, what is the eligibility or which unit are eligible for that reimbursement?
So there is a the detailed defined manufacturing unit has been highlighted. So again, sector wise, we need to check about the criterias and everything. So again, there is also like benefits into the CGT-MSC. So there is the state governments. So the eligibility detail list has been given into the industrial policies, and they have outlined 3-4 points into the eligible schemes, and after that they have classified into the category 1, 2, 3, like that. And again, I would like to highlight there is also the subsidy X. There is also portal of the subsidy X. So once you go on that portal, the subsidy X, you just give all the details about the manufacturing unit, trading or service industries, and after that you fill up all the details, likewise the amount of turnover that you are making, the new project, old project, the amount of new fund that you are going to infuse, which sector you are into. So the whole detailed report you will get. This is the very customized report that you will get from the subsidy X on the platform. So this is also the very beneficial for all the MSMEs, and all the eligible, the state level as well, and for the central level as well. The applicable the schemes for you that you will get into the respective schemes, and also the benefit like on through which portal that you have to apply, because into the MSME there is some applications you have to put up the online on the IFP portals, and other offline also you have to take the follow up and everything. So through that subsidy X report as well, you will get all the customized report of the MSMEs as well.
Okay. Ma'am, what is the interest subsidy limit?
So as I highlighted for the interest, the interest subsidy schemes that I have highlighted. So it's specifically for the manufacturing and specified service units only for the term loans for the fixed assets. So if you are taking, so again the criteria has been given for the category 1, 2, 3. And also there is a max amount is also been defined. So beyond that you cannot avail that interest subsidy portions. And again, depends what type of loan. It's a fixed assets, is a new fixed assets, or again that is refurbishes has been done. So all that criteria, we need to check it out whether you are eligible for that interest subsidy schemes or not.
Okay. Ma'am, does Gujarat MSME policy supports cluster development?
For the cluster development, if we talk on the skill set or the skills, so the industrial, they are definitely it's promoting.
What assistance is provided for power tariff or electricity duty under the policy?
For the power tariff, as I like HL and TL, for example, high and low. Yeah. So for the power connections, whatever the expenses that you are doing, so the subject to the maximum 5 lakh still you can get this benefit. So 35% of the cost distribution line is the eligible. So the maximum 5 lakh till that amount you can get the reimbursement. But I think, again, you need to check that the application needs to be done within 1 year from the date of payment of this service line.
Are there any subsidies for acquiring land for MSME units under any policy?
For the acquisition of land, no, there is no such. So if there is an industrial unit that then into the GIDC on respective zone, it's there. But into the industrial, this perspective, the policy for the industrial land, there is no such. There is a rent assistance is there, but for the acquisition, there is no such specific.
Ma'am, highlight technological upgradation in detail.
Let us say, for example, ERP. So earlier, this is also the focused area on the technology aspect. So very less units were having the ERP. So whatever the cost that you are incurring into the ERP and all this technology, so up to the certain percentage, they have given the relaxations, and you can get the reimbursement for that ERP, like 65% subsidy on hardware, networking, and cloud computing cost. And also, like for example, the technology, if you are acquiring, then up to 50 lakh rupees, also the 65% subsidy on technology purchase, you can get the benefit of the technology and patent support.
Does the Gujarat MSME policy supports branding and marketing activities?
The exhibitions, if you are making, then you can get this benefit. respective percentage of eligible expense. Also, the maximum limit has been also been defined, and this is also the kind of the marketing and promotion expenses only. But there is a no specific amount has been given for like you want to do the social media marketing for your organization. Then that aspect there is no such the specific schemes is there.
How are women-led or SC/ST-led MSMEs specifically supported by this policy?
So again, as I updated, the woman-led and SC/STs, the scheme is there again for the interest subsidy. So they will also get the extra benefits, and again for the extra benefits, their eligibility and again needs to be given. So the interest subsidy scheme is there. So extra benefit will be given for these for the women.
Are there special provision in policy for MSMEs located in backward or tribal areas of Gujarat?
Yeah, definitely. Because that's why only this category has been bifurcated. So if you see the category 1, 2 and municipal areas, so category 1 will get the highest percentage of benefit, and this category 1 is also for the backward area. So for example, very backward and rural area will fall into the category 1. So they will get the more benefit. So again, this kind of interest subsidy as well, the category 1, 2, 3 has been bifurcated. Again, the SGST reimbursement as well. So if you are promoting, uh, ultimately government is not also promoting the urbanizations. So what's happening nowadays? The rural peoples are coming into the urban. But again, in the cities as well, we have to just match up with the infra and the living cost of everyone. So why not the support the rural? Why not to have the industries into the rural? Why not to give the more benefits to the rural area? So they will also get enhanced and they will get also motivated. So the whole schemes and policy has been aligned and outlined in a such a manner. Then there is also the balanced approach and the rural area is not been the isolated.
Someone asked, they have footwear industry in Maharashtra. They want to shift in Gujarat. So you have idea to comparison of the both the policies?
The Maharashtra policy again, I for the footwear industry, I again need to check, because if they are shifting here, then there would be again all the plant machinery and everything would be it would be like old only. There will not be the new concept, and it's just like वहां पे आपने कुछ benefit लिया है, again the same benefits you will get over here. So again the replica should not be there, and that aspect again need to be checked.
Okay, ma'am. Questions, I think all the questions are covered. Let me wait if I'm getting any other question. SGST reimbursement already covered we. How does policy help MSME in accessing bank loans or credit guarantees?
Again, as I said, the CGT-MSE, for example, if you are putting up then CGT-MSE schemes, whatever the guarantee fees that you are paying to the bank, then you can get the reimbursement of it. Again, the capital subsidy benefit is there. So, for example, if you are completely from the rural area, if you are expanding a unit, so you can get the benefit of 25% of term loan up to the 35 lakhs. So this way, the benefit is there into the from the banking channels.
Does the policy provide any support related to insurance schemes for MSMEs?
Insurance schemes? No.
Ma'am, how to apply trade fair reimbursement?
Trade fair reimbursement. Okay, so there is a portal on that. You just have to do the applications, and also with the offline you can submit. There is also the here Jilla Udyog Kendra. I will also share one PDF with you. So here in the Relief Road, there is whole chamber of the Gujarat MSME unit, and also you can apply through that portal.
Are the Gujarat MSME policy encourage collaboration among MSMEs?
Gujarat, yeah, definitely.
How MSME cluster supported in terms of skill and technology upgradation? I think this is already covered.
Yeah. And for also for the IT and everything, there is also
One question.
portal ifp.gujarat.gov.in and MSME Commissionerate. So you can also submit the applications on ifp.gujarat.gov.in and offline you can submit on the Gujarat Commissionerate.
What incentive does the policy offer for MSME adopting renewable energies?
MSMEs adopting the renewable energies. Okay, for the renewable energies, again, for example, in the power connections, if it's falling into this, then this benefit definitely they are going to take. And for the renewable, there is no again specific extra benefit is there. This is
Does
the
the
energy and conservation benefit you can take. For example, if the into that renewable, for example, if any costing equipment cost for the energy and water saving, then 25% of benefits you can take, and also the audit fees, 75% subsidy you can take into that renewable energy audit is coming.
Is there a provision for subsidies on energy efficient equipment?
Energy sufficient equipment.
Energy efficiency.
Okay, energy efficiency equipment. Again, you can take the benefit of capital subsidy for the micro units. I think in that in this machinery it will fall and you will get the benefits.
Are the Gujarat MSME policy promote waste management and recycling practices?
Waste management and recycling practices specifically specific scheme has not been laid out for this. But again, zero defect, zero effect is the part of that the carbon emissions and where they are promoting and giving benefits of max 50,000.
Oh, I think tribal area is already covered. All the questions I think as per me are covered. We have any other questions? What role does R&D play in Gujarat MSME?
R&D. Okay, so particularly for example the R&D. So for the patent part, if you can see the whatever the R&D has been done, and if you're willing to go with the patent, then for that specific benefit has been given. For example, the patent registration 75% subsidy on patent registrations expense up to 25 lakhs, you can get the reimbursement.
Does the policy support export promotion training program for MSMEs?
Export promotion training program. Such specific program has not been highlighted.
Ma'am, everyone want to know that SGST reimbursement again. So if you can elaborate it.
Okay. So for the SGST, for example, again, the category 1, 2, 3 has been highlighted there for the SGST, and 100% of net SGST reimbursement up to 7.5% of eligible fixed capital investment. So whatever the SGST, the payment is there. For example, eligible fixed capital investment. So there is a definitions has been outlined. What are the eligible fixed capital investment? So let us say, for example, it is the 1 lakh rupees. That is the eligible fixed capital investments. So up to 7.5%, up to 7.5% of that 1 lakh rupees. So you can get 7.5% of that 1 lakh rupees. To that amount, 100% net SGST reimbursement you can take for the category 1 if it's into the rural area and everything. For the category 2, again, the rate is 6.5% and the 90% net SGST reimbursement. And for the category 3, again the 80% net SGST reimbursement and only up to the 5% of eligible fixed capital investments for 10 years.
मैम ईआरपी अपग्रेडेशन का जो स्कीम है वो भी आप थोड़ा समझाए.
Okay. So for example, the technology acquisitions. So in these technology acquisitions, also if it is a major, the micro, small, medium enterprise and the unit is there, then 65% subsidy on the technology purchase cost up to 50 lakhs has been covered here.
So ma'am, where to apply for this subsidy?
It's a portal on the ife.gov.in and the commissionerate.
And any manufacturing unit can apply?
Yeah. Any MSME can apply for that.
Okay. What are the subsidies available for purchasing machinery?
Again, the same one, the term loan, the benefits you can get. The first I have just shown.
Yes, it is already, I think, covered. What financial aid is available for quality certification in manufacturing?
In manufacturing, again, ZD certifications, whatever you are getting, so 50% subsidy benefits, max 50,000 benefits you can get.
Question is like quality certification. Is there any specific benefits for quality certification?
So the quality assistance benefits you can get. For example, quality assistance, you can get various certifications into it, and whatever the fees that you have to incur, so 50% benefit that you can get. Again, the industry wise, again the quality, the certification fees would be different. So for that, whatever the fees that you are incurring, 50% benefit subsidy you can take, and for the testing equipment also up to 10 lakh rupees benefit is there.
Policy promote agro processing MSMEs in Gujarat?
Not specific anything for the agro processing.
There is no such any special policy for agro processing, right? Rent subsidy include GST amount paid on basic rent?
Yeah, this is the rent amount. So I think if you can.
Not included.
But again, rent is. You mean to say the rent GST including with the rent, so you will get the benefit or.
GST amount will be included in rent amount. I think this will not be included. GST will be taken as a credit.
And it's separate.
I think now all the questions are covered. Woman and ma'am, any specific you can highlight woman entrepreneur, what benefit they get and how they can avail these benefits?
So for example, if simply MSME in the startup, there is various schemes, and into the here as well for this woman entrepreneurship, if we are looking, then this CGTMSE, there is also the extra relaxation is there. And for the interest part, again, for the Divyang startups, SC/ST and women, there is additional benefit is there for the interest subsidy schemes.
Ma'am, I'm a woman. I'm starting one textile business in Surat, suppose. So I want to know what additional benefit other than this capital subsidy, interest subsidy I will avail as a woman, female.
Okay, as a woman, for example, if we talk on this, if industrial aspect, these industrial Gujarat industrial policy, then in under the interest subsidy schemes, there is extra benefits you will get into the interest part, maybe the relaxation into 1% more or like that.
Okay, ma'am. Is there any specific policy for e-commerce?
No.
Any benefits for meeting international quality standards?
Again, international quality standard, you can get this quality assistance. So considering your industries, for example, if it's the pharma, then there is the various quality standards approvals is there for the international levels, US FDA approvals. Then you can check the total fees, and after that you can get these 50% subsidy benefits on it.
What assistance is provided for export documentation and compliances?
Export documentations.
Any specific benefits or anything for export related in Gujarat MSME policy?
No. For this industrial policy, presently it's no such.
Any specific assistance for cold chain infrastructure development?
Cold chain and
Gujarat
infrastructure.
MSME policy.
Cold chain and infrastructure, not specific for the cold chain, but infrastructure again, it would be club into the banking interest and capital subsidy that you can club that.
Okay. Any benefits to farmer?
Farmer. Again, I think all these benefits will also.
Any farmer starting any food processing business or agri business?
Again, for example, for the food processing, if it's purchasing fixed asset plant machinery, then this is the capital subsidy. So the capital subsidy benefit will be there for the farmer. These will also be fall into the farming interest subsidy. And after that, in this Gujarat industrial policy, it's not there. But again, you can get the NABARD and SIDBI, all these benefits you can take from there.
Any tourism related benefits in Gujarat MSME policy?
Presently, I'm not seeing no.
Ecotourism. I think tourism there is no, right? Education, ma'am. Any benefits for education and training center?
For the education and training center, no, but it's again, it's increasing the skill set. So for the under the Gujarat skills, one body is there. So under that, you can claim for that benefits.
Ma'am, any benefits to medical sites? You said Ahmedabad is a hub for pharmacy. So what are the special benefits for medical services?
Again, the pharma indirectly will come all these benefits. Likewise, the technology, patent registration, because into the pharma also there are so many patents they go for the registrations. Again, the quality assistance for various approvals, the US and various other countries. So the indirectly also pharma will get these all benefits. No specific align for this.
Okay, these are related pharma, means production related. Now, what is the benefit for medical services? Creating medical service infrastructure.
Creating medical, again, it's the capital investments. Again, for example, if you are the capital investments that you are making, then the capital subsidy that scheme is there. You can get benefit into that scheme as well.
Okay, I think now all the questions are over. As we draw this insightful session to the close, I extend my gratitude to our speaker, C.A. Swati Panchal, for delivering such a practical session on Gujarat MSME policy. Once again, I want to thank all the participants for joining and actively engaging with this initiative. Once again, I encourage everyone to mark your calendar for the ICAI MSME and Startup Conclave 25, going to be held on June 26 and 27 in Mumbai, and ICAI MSME Mahotsav on 27 across all branches nationwide. Let us continue to work together towards building a stronger MSME ecosystem for India. Thank you and have a great day ahead.
Thank you. Thank you so much, all.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for a wonderful session. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for